A woman wants to be womanized by a womanizer, as long as that womanizer doesn't double as her husband, because she wants her husband to be safe. A lot of times, men who are married to women don't understand that these women simply view you as a safety net. And the problem with that is women only want safety when there's a risk involved. Once safety has been obtained and secured, she starts to appreciate and crave the unpredictability of risky behavior, hence the term risque. You had better understand that if you are head over heels in love with your woman, she needs to release with another man who views her as his little freak. Let's take a deep dive on this one. But first, let's elevate to a higher plane. Prepare for takeoff. Now, somebody sent me a video on IG of an episode of Divorce Court. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. This chick is in court. Her husband took her there because he believes that she's out doing dirt, right? She's in court talking about, I want to save my marriage and I love him and all of that. And listen to the voice she uses, man. The voice she uses is so cringeworthy. But on the back end, she doesn't realize that they have the guy she's been messing around with in court. I want y'all to listen to the questions they ask her after the guy speaks, and then listen to her response when they ask the guy about the nature of their relationship. Let's take a listen to the video, man, and we'll come back and chop it up on a real tip.
Yeah.
I messed up my family with my actions because, as he stated, our family, we don't have a lot of family support. And our family is like the only thing that we have. And we've been through a lot, and I don't want to let that go to waste.
You want your family back?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you love this man?
Yes, Your Honor.
I was coming home from work, and I walked in the house, and the kids run up like, "Hey, Dad, how you doing?" I'm like, "Where Mom at?" "Mom in the back with a guy." And then the other one said, "The guy named Josh." And then here she come running like a bat out of hell out the bedroom. And she like, "Oh, hey, baby, how you doing? It's just me and my friend." No, I ain't never met the dude. "It's just me and my friend. We just chilling." And this why, if I do got trust problems, it's because of your actions. Cause where did y'all escape? I mean, how did y'all leave that house? I swear y'all ain't walk out the front door. They hop out the window. Cause they ain't want to walk past me.
All right. Miss Jackson, what happened?
Your Honor, he fabricated that story.
Josh.
When he called me and told me that he was on his way home, I informed him that Josh was there. Nobody climbed out of the
So Josh is a friend of yours?
Yes, Josh is a friend of mine.
The wife story, there's the husband story, and then there's the lover story. And we have the lover here.
Let's hear it. Oh, your lover here.
What is the nature of your relationship with Miss Jackson?
Oh, that's my girlfriend right there. That's me right there.
What?
That's me.
That's your girlfriend?
Yeah, he's been going since June 14th. That's me right there.
Yeah. What?
Does Miss Jackson know she's your girlfriend? Or is that your fantasy that she's your girlfriend?
I mean, she's mine mentally, physically. I'm feeding her body, I'm feeding her mind, I'm feeding her soul, I'm feeding everything. That's mine. Yeah.
Mr. Charles, when was the last time that you were intimate with Miss Jackson?
This morning.
Miss Jackson. Miss Jackson? Were you intimate with Mr. Charles this morning?
You see her reaction?
Quiet.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Jackson, you said you were here fighting for this relationship. Do you see the inconsistency with that statement and sleeping with this man?
Now, there's three things you heard here. One, you see a guy who chose the wrong woman to be a wife, he turned a thought into a housewife. We see that. Secondly, we see a woman who realizes that she's unfit to be that wife, but she found that safety net. Here's a man who's willing to take care of her, provide for everything, do whatever she needs, and let her be home with the children. That's the life women say they dream of. But when they get it, you know what they do? They get bored out of their minds. You know why? Because they want the whirlwind romance effect to last forever. See, what we have to understand is this. Marriage has a shelf life of about 5 years. If no previous cohabitation is taking place, two people who just start off fresh with a fresh cohabitation at the beginning of marriage has a shelf life of about 5 years. You know, I mean, the novelty and importance of marriage. People stay in it longer than that, but the novelty and importance of marriage dies after about 5 years, man. And we must understand that women don't want their husband to be the man that they desire. They want their husband to be the man that desires them enough to put them on a pedestal. See, being desired sexually isn't enough. She wants you to desire her as a wife. The problem is, not many of us have ever met a woman who deserves to be in that place, no matter what you think her characteristics are. Your woman wants to be cut like you hate her. When you're being intimate with a woman, she wants the aggression that seems like you dislike her, like you hate her, like you have some type of disdain toward her. And you can't give it to her like you hate her if you love her. Hence, every man who is so in love, like the guy I'm going to talk about later, he doesn't understand that everything he's giving is nothing. Because like In Vogue's old song said, she simply wants a man who's giving her something she can feel. She doesn't care about the bills being paid. She doesn't care about the car she drives. She doesn't care about the credit card she runs up. She doesn't care about you paying for her education. She cares about getting something that she can feel. I'm talking about deep down. And if you love your woman, you don't want to hurt her like that. You don't want to touch her like that. You don't want to touch down and dig the freakiness out of her. So she's always going to have a man who does. If you don't bring the freak out of your woman, there's going to be another man who does. And it may not be today. It may not be tomorrow. But somewhere along the line, she's going to need that side of her touched, released, and taken advantage of. And you can't do it if you love her. See, men don't seem to understand that when you take a woman to be your wife, you still have to treat her like she's your girlfriend. The problem is, marriage in the United States puts you in a position where she has more power than a girlfriend has. So it's virtually impossible to do that. So I say to men all of the time, if you are willing to marry a woman in the United States of America, man, you are crazy. You are nutty as a fruitcake. You know what I'm saying? Large can of Planters mixed nuts is what you are, bruh. It is not worth it. It is not even manageable. And once you enter any relationship into that space, it is no longer salvageable. Relationships don't begin with marriage. They end with marriage. You just hold on for years to something that's over. Now, this situation is like many. There are many men who are out bringing home the bacon and the bread and the eggs and the milk and the cheese and the juice, affording their woman the luxury of being a housewife. But let me tell you something. Just like in the old days, the housewife was susceptible to the milkman, the pool guy, the roofing guy, the mailman. With the advent of social media, your woman is susceptible to more men. So while you're letting her sit there and letting her mind be idle, and we know the woman's idle mind is the devil's playground, and it's been that way since Eve, you are setting yourself up for failure. Because I don't care how great you think she is. She still has the mind, the spirit, and the nature of a female. And if you don't have the time, effort, energy, or desire to manage her, control her, hell, let's just keep it real, dominate her, you're going to end up just like this guy, with a woman who can turn on the waterworks, sound effects and all, hours after she's been intimate with another man. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.